I'm gonna give you 7 cryptocurrencies you will regret not buying sooner, and we're starting right now. So there are a lot of cryptocurrencies out there, a lot. And if you look at crypto market cycles, you will see that most cryptocurrencies that did well in the past, that was in the top 10, top 20, just aren't there anymore. Each cycle, the top 10 and 20 changes, other than a few common cryptocurrencies that are always up there, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe XRP. And while in the coming bull market, we're still gonna have cryptocurrencies from the past making a comeback or reaching the top 10 and 20, we're definitely, looking at it historically, gonna have new cryptocurrencies in the top 10. The question is, which cryptocurrencies are these? And yes, it is still early to find these cryptocurrencies. It's still early to see the price action and how they perform so we can estimate or speculate which cryptocurrencies these are. But I have a surprise for you, because I've been looking at the price action on certain cryptocurrencies and it's actually phenomenal, and they're showing me the same signs that ADA, Salana, and other cryptocurrencies are called in the last bull run when it comes to price action. So chances are these 7 cryptocurrencies are going to do very well and you don't want to miss them. Believe me, these are 7 cryptocurrencies you do not want to miss. Oh, and there's a bonus at the end of the video for those of you that stay. I'm going to give you a crypto gem, a new one no one's talking about right now, which I think is going to do extremely well, and it's worth getting into or worth checking it out. So without further ado, let's get started. Coin number 1, Casper. Don't confuse it with Casper, by the way. Casper with a K. Now, there is a lot of hype around Casper, and it's been doing very well during the bear market. Now, Casper is trying to be a better Bitcoin. Do I think it's going to make it? Do I think it's going to replace Bitcoin? No, I don't. But many people do, and many people are banking on this since it's proof of work and since they're trying to be decentralized. This may mean less scrutiny from the SEC, and it may mean that just by hype alone, it should do very well. Now, if we look at the charts real quick, on coin market cap, you're going to see that Casper is doing very well today. Now, if you go to the 7-day, you will see it's in an uptrend, so it's weekly uptrend. On the monthly, it's actually making a huge recovery. This might turn into a huge cup and handle, but it's doing very well. And if you look at the yearly, look at this, we're about to test all-time highs. If we break this all-time highs, believe me, Casper will do very, very well, especially if it does it in the bull market. So Casper is a great coin to hold. It's a great bet, if you will, in cryptocurrency right now. Next up, we have Render, and we'll talk about the price action in just a second, but what Render's trying to do is use on-demand GPU power for cryptocurrency for the crypto markets. This lets you contribute GPU power from your home that's not used and contribute to the network. And me being a former video director and producer, I'm excited because this helps you render movies, music video clips, and so forth. Obviously, motion graphics and visual effects as well. But let's look at the price action for just 1 second here. Looking on the daily here, we are down for the day, but if we go to the weekly here, you're actually going to see some green action. We're actually doing very well. And if you look at the monthly, you will see a nice recovery. And if you look at the yearly, look at that. That's forming into an inverse heads and shoulders, possibly. And I do think if it passes this level of 225, it's going to challenge all-time highs and blue sky breakout. Let me just go to all here. Yep, and we should be able to reach 5.7 and then challenge the actual all-time highs, historical all-time highs here. So Render is actually a cryptocurrency you want to buy sooner or later and keep it in your portfolio. Next up, we have Salana, SOL. Now, I know what you're going to say, Paul, it's always offline, it has problems. Yes, but look at the price action of Salana. If we just go to CoinMarketCap here, this is the daily right here. We had that dump and it just went up straight away. I actually said that Salana would be a good buy on the dump. If we go to the weekly, you will see although cryptocurrencies have dumped, basically we have an inverse head and shoulders here. And if you go to the monthly, yes, we are in a downtrend as well as the yearly, but generally speaking, they're not letting it go down as much as it was supposed to go down or expected to go down, if that makes sense. Even when it had problems in the bear market, it would always pump back up. This is because of investors. This is because of what Salana stands for. Now, I don't really want to talk about this right now now in this video because I don't want to make it too long, but I did make a video on Salana quite recently. You can actually watch it right here. I'll also leave it in the description down below and in the end of this video, so you can check out why I'm very, very bullish on Salana, and I actually think it's going to do very, very well. Hey, Paul here real quick. This video you're watching is not sponsored, so I guess it's sponsored by me. So if you want to work with me one-on-one or check out my courses, they're actually linked down below this video, where you can also find some valuable free webinars just for you. Please like this video and let's get back to the video you were watching. Cryptocurrency number 4 you don't want to miss and you want to get in sooner is Gile. Now, Gile is a gaming token, it's a gaming play, and looking at the price action, it's doing very, very well. We're going to see that in a minute, but if you look at the team who's behind Gile and the fundamentals, I believe when we get the gaming spike or boom, which should be coming in cryptocurrency, Gile is going to do very, very well. So if we go to coin market cap here, we're looking at Gile. This is the daily, it's recovering nicely, slowly but nicely. The 7-day is doing very, very well. Look at this support it's holding on the monthly. Again, it's doing extremely well. It's just climbing up here. A lot of people believe in Gile, and I think it will break these highs over here and have blue sky breakout, meaning we don't know where this can actually reach. That said, it's a pretty cheap coin for people that like buying cheap coins because they think it's better for some reason. But that's not the point. The point also is that if we look at the team member down here, you will see that it's founded in 2021, so a relatively new cryptocurrency, by Manuel Sort, which is the CEO and former VVP and GM of King Barcelona Studio, Trip Hawking, CSO and founder and former SEO of Electronic Arts and Digital Chocolate, as well as other big valued names here. I mean, we have ex-Blizzard Entertainment names here and so on. Now, could this turn into a scam or could this do nothing? Yes, of course, all these cryptocurrencies we're talking about can, but I think Gile is a very, very good play, especially with the price action and FOMO the team behind it will create once more people are looking into it. Next up, we have Tenet. And Tenet is actually very interesting because it implements diversified proof of stake. It actually uses AI, it's a DeFi play, and if you remember when I was talking to you about trend stacking, about how markets trend stack trending topics or trending products to create something new, and it does very well, then know that Tenet actually trend stacks AI, which is something I'm very bullish on. Now, I don't want to get into Tenet too much because I actually made a video, a sponsored video about Tenet right here. You can actually watch it right here. I'll also leave it linked down below in the description. And of course, even though this was a sponsored video, Tenet 10x'd and did very well. And if we look at the price action right now, which is a long time after the release, you will see that Tenet is doing actually very well on the daily, and on the 7-day, it's actually recovered very nice here. If we look at the monthly, it's also doing very well. Let's see if we break these all-time highs. And on the yearly, as you can see, it's actually holding price. So this is doing extremely well. And if we break these highs, I do see Tenet doing a 3 to 5x, possibly more in the coming bull market. So make sure you look into Tenet and see if this cryptocurrency is for you. Next up, we have ThorChain, or Rune as people would call it, meaning the ticker, meaning ThorChain's ticker is Rune. So basically ThorChain is a cross-chain liquidity network, and it's designed to power crypto exchanges across multiple chains. Essentially what they're trying to do is bridge the gap in blockchains. Now there's more to be said about ThorChain, but let's look at the price action here. So as you can see, the dip was bought on the daily. On the weekly, it's actually making a nice recovery here. Let's see if it breaks these all-time highs, or sorry, this resistance right here to keep on going up. On the monthly, also going very well. We can see it having or going up right here. All we need is a bull run. And if we look at the yearly, you will see some dumps and recoveries here, but generally keeping its value. If we go to all, in this case, you can see where it can go. Now, this is a downtrend on how high it goes, if you notice. So what I would do, I would start taking profits around this level right here for a 4 or 5x. And then if it breaks out, I will start taking profits on the way up, but keep a bag in case it breaks all-time highs, which is difficult, but possible. Now, make sure you stick till the end of this video because, again, I do have that crypto gem gem, that crypto secret that no one's really talking about that you don't want to miss. But next up, we have Bcoin. Yes, I know, BitBoy Crypto, all the drama, him getting kicked out of his own company and so on. That really doesn't matter because price action, I think it's worth it in a sense. If you believe in BitBoy Crypto and he's going to make a comeback, which I think he will in some way or another, Bcoin should benefit from this. So basically, you're investing in BitBoy Crypto, in Ben Armstrong. Now, if we look at the price action here on the 7-day, you're going to see a recovery here. And this, I think, is when BitBoy started making his new channel, started talking. We don't know what's going to happen to this. This could go to zero or it could go to the moon. It all depends. It is going to be used to fund BitBoy Crypto, or Ben Armstrong, sorry. And it will have sales, in my opinion, but it may be worth holding and see if we can get to this all-time high and surpass it at some point. And that's a pretty big profit range here. So Bcoin on this list is your risk play. But again, if you believe and you want to bet on Ben, then this is the way to do it. And now for the cryptocurrency that no one's really talking about that I noticed the price action here and I want to tell you about. But please keep in mind, this is very early on. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but it does have some attributes that I believe might do very well and might be a great gem for huge amounts of profits as long as you sell in time. And I'm not saying like in one day or anything like that. I'm just saying be logical about this investment. In other words, just to clarify, I see it as a meme coin, even though it's not really a meme coin. And if you want to know what I mean by that, I actually have a free webinar down below. You can actually watch to see how to trade and profit from meme coins, and then you'll get the idea of why I'm talking about this cryptocurrency. And that cryptocurrency is, drumroll, ARX. So let's take a look at ARX here, and you can actually see it's actually dropped 84%. This is a massive drop, but not as much as other cryptocurrencies. But if you go to the yearly right here, you will see it does these spikes, and the more you hit a certain resistance, the weaker it gets. So if it breaks this, it can actually do very, very well. If we go to the monthly here, you can see it's actually holding up this price level of 63 cents. And if we go to the weekly, you can see that it's holding up this support right here. Now let's just go back to all real quick. Something I've learned in cryptocurrency, even though this is not a very old coin, is that when you see these spikes now and then, it's usually influencers and people in the know getting in. If it's holding support for a long time and you see these spikes, sometimes they just blast off. And if it does, we can see at least a 3 or 4x here, and it possibly more if it breaks this resistance. So it's a very good risk play. Make sure you check it out and consider it being part of your crypto portfolio. Now, if you want to know my top 10 cryptocurrencies to get into, to start DCAing into right now for 2023, make sure you watch this video right here. Don't forget to check the links down below that I mentioned earlier. Thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video.